Welcome to Tech Challenge Makers Conquer E-Commerce. I'm ELISE, your resident tech expert and author of the book Browser versus Buyer. I've worked with e-commerce shop owners for over 6 years, and I've helped hundreds of creatives overcome their technology fears. Gain clarity and direction in your business with ELISE's E-Commerce Elevator 6-month group coaching program. Join now at MyScheduledBiz.com/elevator. The link is in the show notes. Today, we'll be talking about your elevator pitch. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why a clear, concise elevator pitch is so important to your business and walk away with one action step. So let's jump in. Let's talk about what an elevator pitch is. So basically, an elevator pitch is just a statement about your business that you have committed to memory that you use to answer the question, what do you do for a living, in an intriguing way. So ideally, it's going to make someone ask a follow-up question. So you almost want it to sound more interesting or complicated than maybe it really is. So if someone says, what is it that you do? You don't want to say, I make jewelry. That sounds flat and uninteresting. You want to say something different. So that's what your elevator pitch is. Additionally, it is a way to clearly identify your audience, what you sell, and why it is important for both you and your audience. Your elevator pitch is kind of like the guiding thing of what you're doing with your business, and it can help you decide if your products that you want to create work with your business or not. It can just help you find direction in the future. So let's talk about the 4 ingredients to your elevator pitch. The first ingredient to your elevator pitch is your succinct product description. This is a description of everything you offer in 6 words or less. So as an example, succinct product description for MyScheduledBiz is e-commerce strategies, advice, and technology tips. And that is 6 words. For Carry Clips, which is my e-commerce brand, it is clips to carry everything hands-free. So we want to try and be very short, succinct in our description, and it has to apply to everything that you sell. So you have to really think this through, especially if you have multiple product lines. The next ingredient to your elevator pitch is your ideal client or your customer avatar or your ideal customer. People use all sorts of phrases. These are all the same thing. And your ideal client is going to be a description that will make your audience raise their hand and say, that's me. You need them to raise their hand and identify themselves with this description. So for MyScheduledBiz, my ideal client is tech challenged makers. For Carry Clips, it's travelers, adventurers, and outdoor enthusiasts. And when someone likes being outside, they're going to raise their hand for that. When someone travels a lot, they're going to raise their hand for that. And so you want them to raise their hand and identify themselves with whatever description you use. Our third key to an elevator pitch, our third ingredient, is going to be a problem. And this is going to be a major problem that, again, your ideal client will identify with. This cannot be a problem that you know they have, but they know they don't. In other words, they have to be problem aware. If they're not aware of the problem, that is not the problem that you should tell them you're addressing. So for MyScheduledBiz, the problem is what I call shiny ball syndrome. It's they're trying to do different things. They never settle on one strategy. They're trying to figure out what to do next. They've tried bunches of things and they can't figure out what to do next, is basically what it is. It feels like they've tried everything and nothing has worked. That is their problem, is that they just really are kind of lost. For Carry Clips, the problem is they lose, break, or drop their valuables, and or they find that they're not able to interact with the world because their hands are full. So they're carrying their phone, they're carrying their water bottle. Whereas if they had a way to hold that without using their hands, they would be able to easier hike, right? They would be able to swim more efficiently. Or they're at the grocery store and they're trying to use their phone for their shopping list and they drop their phone and the screen breaks. These are the types of things that are the problems for my Carry Clip users. So the problem can be less specific. You can kind of think of different ways to say this once you put it into your elevator pitch. But you have to know what the problem is that you're solving. Our fourth key ingredient for your elevator pitch is your irresistible benefit. And so this is a statement of something that they absolutely have to have. Typically, it's going to trigger either a memory or an emotion of some kind. So for MyScheduledBiz, my irresistible benefit is help building a profitable e-commerce brand. And this speaks directly to my client because that's what they need more than anything. They need a profitable e-commerce brand and they need help getting there because they've been trying and they couldn't do it. For carry clips, my irresistible benefit is to focus on the moment instead of their stuff. So to focus on the moment, to be present in the moment, that's what people who need carry clips want to do. That's what they want more than anything, is to enjoy their trip or to enjoy their adventure or to enjoy their time outside with their kids or their family. They don't want to have to be stuck thinking about other things. So you have to have these 4 key ingredients to be able to make your elevator pitch. Key ingredients are your succinct product description, your ideal client, the problem, and the irresistible benefit that you offer. So I have 2 different templates for the elevator pitch. And I've found that usually for my clients, one of these 2 will work. We may have to make a few tweaks, but for the most part, they'll work. And there'll be a link in the description of this video where you can go and grab these templates also, or you can just listen to me and write them down, whatever floats your boat. So the first one is I make whatever your succinct product description is to help whoever your ideal client is struggling with or stop, depending upon how you want to phrase this, and then you're going to say their problem, so that they, whatever your irresistible benefit is. So I'm going to give you the examples. So for MSB, I provide instead of I make, because I'm not a maker in that brand. I provide e-commerce strategies, advice, and technology tips to help tech-challenged makers stop guessing what to do next and focus on growing their business so that they can build a profitable e-commerce brand. And so those are those key ingredients: the succinct product description, the ideal client, the problem, and the irresistible benefit, just filled into that template. For carry clips, that would look like this. I make clips to carry everything hands-free to help travelers, adventurers, and outdoor enthusiasts stop worrying about losing, damaging, or dropping their valuables so that they can focus on the moment instead of their stuff. And so that's the carry clip example of that template. So our second template is I help ideal client, irresistible benefit with succinct product description so that they can stop problem. So we're going to give you the examples there as well. So for MyScheduledBiz, that would be I help tech-challenged makers build a profitable e-commerce brand with e-commerce strategies, advice, and technology tips so that they can stop guessing what to do next and focus on growing their business. For carry clips, it sounds like this. I help travelers, adventurers, and outdoor enthusiasts focus on the moment instead of their stuff with clips to carry everything hands-free so that they can stop worrying about losing, damaging, or dropping their valuables. And so you can see I can use either of these templates for both of my brands. But I personally have a tendency to, like on the carry clips example, I actually like the first template better. And on the MyScheduledBiz example, I actually like the second template better. But if you try and plug this information in, you'll be able to see which one works best for your brand. It is really important that whatever version you choose to go with, you have that memorized. You have to commit it to memory. So when someone asks you, it's almost like this automatic response that you don't have to think about. Because otherwise what ends up happening is someone asks you what you do and you end up with that I make jewelry. And that doesn't sound interesting. That doesn't engage someone. That doesn't give them a question to ask. Whereas if I say, I help tech challenge makers build a profitable e-commerce brand, they're like, oh, what does that even mean? And then you can get into a conversation about that, right? And really talk about it. And so that's what you want when you talk about your elevator pitch. Now, some other things to think about when we're talking about your elevator pitch is that when you have those 4 key elements, those 4 key ingredients, those same ingredients you can use on the intersection of your website. And so getting these keyed down and really understanding them is a great way to know what to put on your homepage on your website, the intro section, which is the first section that they see when they land on your website. So here is the website intro section for my MyScheduledBiz website. Help for tech challenge makers build your profitable e-commerce brand. And my people, that's what they want more than anything. They want help, which is what I offer, and they want to build a profitable e-commerce brand. So those are my succinct product description and my irresistible benefit. Typically, those 2 pieces are the pieces you're going to use on your website. Now, sometimes you can also throw in your ideal client. You may even be able to mention your problem, but you want to make sure you're keeping this section, the text on it, very minimal. So 6 words for each line, that's about the extent of what you can do. So for carry clips on my website, I have never lose your valuables again. That's my irresistible benefit. And then clips to carry everything hands-free, which is my succinct product description. So these 4 keys are essential to understanding your brand, what you do. It's essential for your potential customers to understand your brand and what you do. And they can be used over and over again. They can be used in person, they can be used online, they can be used for your website, you can use them in your social media. These kind of identify who and what you are, and it's an essential key to building a brand. So, what is your action step for today? What is your challenge for today? Your action step is to create your elevator script. So you're going to need those 4 key ingredients in order to do that. And those again are your succinct product description, your ideal client, your problem, and your irresistible benefit. So good luck creating your elevator pitch. If you have any questions, you can always join the MS Bizzers Facebook group, and I would be happy to help you with your elevator pitch. I hope to see you there, and I will see you in the next podcast episode. If you like what we're doing here at Tech Challenge Makers Conquer E-Commerce, and it's helping you gain clarity and direction in your business, you should check out ELISE's e-commerce elevator. In this 6-month group coaching program, I'll guide you through the ins and outs of building a business for purchase conversion. You'll also get to join up with a small group of other e-commerce shop owners who are focused on building exponential growth and reaching the right audience. Head over to myscheduledbiz.com/elevator and join us. We welcome a limited number of new members every 6 months, and by signing up today, you'll reserve your spot. Thanks for listening. See you next week right here on Tech Challenge Makers Conquer E-Commerce.